is to increase the odds that the right pitch is being made to the right person at the right time, and then to give the advertiser the opportunity to invite the viewer to spend more time with them and interact with them. Advertisers will be able to run the 30-second spots they created for TV, but now they will stand alone as the only spot in the break. And they'll get extra help from a variety of interactive elements working in concert to deepen both the impact and the experience. So how's this going so far? Well, we're still in beta in its early days. The press has set expectations for a 150-person company, barely a year old, a wee bit high. We'll open the platform to all users soon, but there's still a tremendous amount of work to be done. Now, when you download Joost, you'll find that it feels a lot like TV, and that's deliberate. Just like the first car looked a lot like the horse buggy. We're giving people the opportunity to embrace change and at the same time find comfort in the familiar. The thing is, we've got a lot of cool stuff under the hood. These features aren't visible, and yet no one really knows the extent of their potential, but they'll make themselves apparent when the time is right. In a very short time, our horse buggy will have a GPS, personal climate control, a hybrid engine, and a turbocharger. Remember, it took 50 years to create TV 1.0, and TV 2.0 isn't going to happen overnight. But with no further ado, let's take a look at what we've done so far. Because of our transitions, I haven't gotten to test this morning. All right, so when we designed the platform, we designed it to look like television, to feel like television. It's a downloadable software application, but we felt like there were a lot of companies out there that had built internet companies and then tried to put video in as part of them. And we felt like, let's turn that concept upside down. Let's start with the television premise and then add all the cool stuff about the internet into it. And you'll find that in the overlays that come onto this screen. Now, this is running live, and you can see it's pretty nice, high quality. It's using the broadband connection that we've got here, and we're running at a 380 kilobit stream. So it's very limited, and that's where the kind of peer-to-peer magic that Dan talked about earlier allows us to deliver such a great quality experience. Now, when a typical user interacts with the system, up come the overlays. At the top, you'll see the content owners area. On the right, the community area. At the bottom, the control bar. And on the left, the channel guide. Now, we're a channel-driven service. We felt like channels were a natural way for people to organize and understand information, though that it can customize this list completely. And we have several kinds of channels. We have smart channels, the channels that are created by content owners. We have master channels, the ones that are created by content owners. We also have smart channels, which take recommendation engines and will provide a new way of discovering content. And then we also will be rolling out shortly buddy channels, allowing people to interact with their community and share the experience of programming a channel for themselves and with their friends. The entire system is set up to give that, earlier Dale was talking about the kind of different distances of the experience, and we really think a lot about that as well. And so we wanted to give people either that 2-foot experience or the 10-foot experience, the lean in or the lean out. And so you can just sit back and choose something to watch, or you can go in and pick exactly the program that you wanted to see. So we've got to deal with the NHL as well, and so we've got a little hockey going on here. Now, another way of discovering content is the channel catalog. This is another area where we use a combination of neutral, editorial, and algorithmic ways to surface content to the audience. And everyone can go in and choose the exact channels that they would like to add to their programming guide. At the top, we have what we call the content owners area. And this is an area, it looks like NHL isn't done too much there. I'll find one where they have. This is the area where all the exciting interactive elements begin to take shape. This is where basically Joost is built on a browser foundation. So it's a peer-to-peer video married with a Mozilla browser framework. And that means anything that's being done on the web can be done within the client itself. So the possibilities for interactivity are incredible. Think of all the different kind of elements that you can use, whether it's putting in DVD extras, whether it's linking to the open internet, whether it's creating new formats or linking to other places within the system itself. And we're just beginning to explore all of these. Here's an example of what the Indy 500 has put together as we begin to experiment with what's going on with them. So that's one example of that. Over on the right, and wow, we have a lot of these popping up because of the scaling issue. But over on the right, we have the community area. I'm really excited about this particular area because this is an area where we're going to open a limited API to content owners, to advertisers, and to the public to go and create plugins and widgets for the platform itself, which again allows people new ways of interacting with content and experiencing content. And we're very excited about the ability of the community to go and create these kind of experiences. Core to Jonathan Nicholas's philosophy is that you create a piece of software and then you put it out there and you see what the community can go and do with it. So a couple examples quickly here. You can blog shows and share them with your friends. We've got an instant messaging platform. A fun part about that is that at the bottom here, your mood message can be the program you're watching. So if you're connected with a bunch of friends, you can just click on their mood message and it will bring you right into the program they're watching, and then you can chat about that, have fun, or just chat about the other things that you're doing. And over here on the right, we have the channel chat, where you can go in and talk with anyone who's in on the platform watching the particular channel that you're watching, which is a really exciting way, again, of sharing experiences. But kind of core to our overall experience and our overall philosophy is that we don't have all the answers. And so, we're really working with each of those groups, the consumers, the content owners, and the advertisers, to begin to discover, the best ways of approaching this space. So with that, I think I'll just open things up to questions.
So,